Hey guys, little preview here of the video. The video you're about to watch is the stash report from last Friday. Basically, what it would be the 1st of March, I guess. It is currently the 8th of March, the following Friday. And why we're not putting out two separate videos is because the one that I filmed, that you're about to watch, has all the information in it. This past week, the 4th through the 7th, was a series of holidays in Japan known as Golden Week. And during Golden Week, basically, it's Japan's spring break and nothing's open. The companies don't work as far as the vendors, and the companies don't work as far as the kit manufacturers. Pretty much everybody who's not, in some sort of public service, safety-sensitive job, they just haven't been at work last week, and right now there's nothing new that has occurred this week because, of course, your domestic releases won't come out till the end of the month. Shizuoka is next weekend, and we have not gotten Fujimi's releases as far as what they're going to do spot run in June. So the only new thing I have to talk about, to tell you about rather, that might be of some interest to anybody is the fact that the Studio 27 decals for the month of May are going to be two rally car decal sets, I think, for the Tamiya Peugeots. And then they're also doing a carbon fiber set. Those two are livery. The Peugeot rally cars are livery. And then for the Tamiya 2005 Subaru Impreza WRC kit that Tamiya made. I keep saying Tamiya because there was also one, I believe, made by Hasegawa. These are for the Tamiya kit. They're going to be doing a carbon fiber set for that kit. It was issued twice, once in 2004, or as of 2004. I cannot remember for the life of me what that rally is called right now. That kit is out of production. And then it was done again in 2005, or as of 2005, as the Monte Carlo rally. And that kit is still in the catalog. It is not in stock, at least at Hobby Link Japan, because it was on back order. I didn't actually check Hobby Search. I don't believe it's in stock there either, come to think of it. But it's not a kit that's hard to find. A whole bunch of them on eBay. Your hobby shop, if it's well-stocked, may carry it. But that's pretty much the only thing that we know about of interest as far as stuff going into May, because Studio 27 will always announce their stuff at the very beginning of May that they're going to release at the end of May. And then, like I said, Fujimi's releases for June, I haven't found out. Watch, they'll come out this morning going into Saturday because, that's just how that works. I'll have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about next week. But I said, again, next week is Shizuoka, so I'm not expecting a whole lot release-wise because the companies will be preparing for the big show at the end of the week. Shizuoka, for the people who don't know, is also the town where all of the manufacturers are located, at least the four biggies: Fujimi, Aoshima, Tamiya, and Hasegawa. I'm not sure where Ebro is located. I haven't looked at one of their boxes. But the four major players are all in the town where this hobby show is going to be held. So they're all, again, going to be prepping for the show. And I don't expect much to come out until the week afterwards. There might be a few spot run stuff that'll filter it out this coming week. But, so the reason we're not doing two separate videos is there wasn't anything to talk about. So we're just going to tag this little note about that World Rally Championship Subaru carbon fiber set to the beginning here, and that's going to do it. Also, the Studio 27 detail upset for the Tamiya 300 SL, the Gullwing, is also out. Came out, I want to say last Thursday, maybe. I can't remember if I mentioned it in this video you're about to watch. So, covering my bases there. So, anyway, guys, hope you had a good Golden Week, and we'll catch you guys next week. But anyway, there's like a half an hour's worth of video coming here, so there's plenty to talk about as far as what came out last week. And we'll catch you guys on the other side. But there's no music playing because you're not actually done yet. Hey guys, welcome to an exciting episode of the Stash Report from the Stash Project. Today is May 1st, 2015, And we have a few new items of interest on the kit announcement side of things, some kit releases. So we'll go ahead and just, I guess, roll on, so to speak. Welcome to Casa de International. We're here in Northwest Virginia this morning. I'm not sure when we'll get this uploaded, but I am filming this on Friday, so, nobody can say I'm not doing my half of the bargain. I got no Wi-Fi connection this morning for some reason. I don't know exactly why, but, it is what it is, I guess. So what we got this morning as far as announcements goes, we got Aoshima's June pre-orders, as well as a couple of the Ebro kits that they announced at Nuremberg back in February. We don't have firm release dates for them, but they are available for pre-order at Hobby Search at least. So Hobby Link Japan will probably be after the, well, it will be because it's the weekend now in Japan. It's already after midnight over there, so technically it's Saturday morning. And, they probably aren't going to update the website till Monday. So let's take a look first real quick at the Aoshima reissues getting out. The Venerable Notebook of Knowledge. Yes, we haven't seen this pop up for a little while because there hasn't really been anything new to talk about. And so Aoshima will be reissuing the Silk Blaze 2010 Toyota Hiace version 3. This is one of those VIP vans, the Hiace being the big boxy, looks like a loaf of bread, frankly, on wheels. And this is, going to have some spoilers and some ground effects and some big wheels. They're also going to be reissuing the Liberty Works C10 Skyline 2-door. This is the one with the blue box art. Going to be doing another run of the Toyota 86 GT Scion FRS Enki Racing version of the Rocket Bunny kit. The Enki one, of course, is the one with the red car on the box art. Going to be doing another run. This will be at least the third time this has been run since we started doing this video series less than a year ago. And this is going to be, again, another run of the Toyota 86 Truno done in the Initial D, Project D formula. And this is the second of those three various Initial D Trunos that you can buy. There's the comic book version, which is like the first one that has like no, it's just a stock Truno basically. And then there's this one, which is the one with some additional engine parts. And then, of course, there's the Volume 37 one, which is like the full Bonanza one that gets you all the parts from all the issues, plus it has additional pieces, racing, roll cage, and stuff like that. A reissue that we haven't seen for a little while anyway is the Toyota Harrier 350G Premium Edition. Now, guys, the Toyota Harrier, for the people who don't keep up on the Japanese to English translation of cars, would be what was the Lexus GS, or not GS, but, oh, criminy sakes, I can't think what the heck the thing is now. The SUV that was out at the same time. There is only, it is JDM, it is a Toyota Harrier, it is only right-hand drive. There are no Lexus parts or anything like that. So, in order to convert it into a Lexus, obviously the Lexus parts would be the Lexus logos would be easy to come up with. You go on eBay, you can find those, decal sheets and photo etch stuff, bits and pieces laying around. But you'd have to, of course, completely change the interior as far as the left-hand drive and doing left-hand drive wipers. The Harrier is a snap-tight kit. It's one of the very few snap-tight kits that Aoshima has done, to my knowledge. It's basically on level with, say, the Tamiya Porsche 911, the 1988 snap-tight version there, as far as what it has content-wise. So, it's not a real basic kit in detail-wise, but obviously, everything's going to be engraved in the suspension, and it's going to be wire axles and that kind of thing. Excuse me, guys. Also, another run of the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10 Rally Art. This, of course, is the only Lancer Evo 10 that has done with left-hand drive included. And then they're going to be doing another run, and these just came out a couple months ago, of the Aventador and Lamborghini Countach photo etch detail upsets. So these are the wee little packets that come with all the photo etch and the mud flaps, yes, mud flaps on an Aventador. No, the floor mats, as well as seatbelt material and things like that. Of course, the 50th Anniversario just came out this week. We'll be covering that in a second, as well as there is the upcoming 1988 fuel injector version of the Countach this summer. So The Countach one is designed for the LP400 version. I don't know how well it fits into the 5000 Quattravolt version, as I don't have one to test it. I have the Photo Etch and I have the 400. I do not have a Quattravolt to test the Photo Etch with. And then, like we said, Ebro announced this morning actually 4 things. 2 of them are 1/20th scale F1 cars, so I'm not going to really go into them, but if you want to go and look, the 1988 Lotuses that they were going to do, there are going to be 2 of those. Those are available for pre-order at Hobby Search. The 2 things that concern us as 125th scale automotive modelers goes, they announced the Citroen 2CV pickup version. We talked about that in the Nuremberg video. Go back and look at it if you don't remember. And the thing about these 2, and then the other thing is the Citroen DS19, the little cockroach on wheels, as I like to call it. Both of these things, guys, have really, really hefty price tags on them. The pickup is being MSRP. Now, this is not the Hobby Searcher or Hobby Link Japan price, but MSRP is 5,800 yen. And then the DS19 is being priced at 7,800 yen. Yeah, you heard me, 7,800 yen. So right now, it's probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood when HLJ lists these, when maybe we'll get something resembling a release date when they do. You're looking at something like $45 for the pickup truck and just under $60 for the DS19. Now, my friends have already cried out that this is too expensive, and I know the people who think that all foreign kits are expensive are going to have a field day with the idea of a discounted $60 model kit. And yeah, I admit I did a double take at the price too, because Hobby Link Japan had the sports option Toyota Land Cruiser priced at like $100 by accident last week. But no, these are legitimately the prices. They are the prices displayed in the little little picture of the item. So this appears to be the legitimate price, unless that is a misprint from Ebro themselves. But it's a brand new kit. Ebro is doing their own thing now. They're not attached to Tamiya like they were for the couple of kits they did with the original 2CV Forgane and the those 1/20th scale F1 cars they did right at the beginning. They're doing their own thing, and doing their own thing means that things are going to get pricey. They're a boutique model company at this point, really what it comes down to, because they have no products to reissue other than the stuff they've just done in the last 2 years. They don't have a big tooling bank where they can go back and reissue a 50,000-year-old kit for the 10,000th time and make all the Luddites throwing some new box art on it and sell another 5,000 of them. There's no history to Ebro. And there's also, other than maybe a convertible version, maybe going down the road into something like a rally version, there's not a lot you could do with a DS19 anyway. I mean, it was sort of a car that it was a car. There's ways to update it into newer versions, because this will be the DS19. Their modeling is like one of the original ones. There's ones with the composite headlights and the headlights that turn when you steered, and there are a couple of little modifications that were done over 2 basic tweaks to the car over the years it was in production. And of course, like I said, there's the convertible. But there's not a whole lot you can do with the DS19, so that may be why this price is, at where it is, up in the $70 range. That means that those things, if you do not buy them through Hobby Search or Hobby Links Japan, you're going to be paying $100 plus for those kits when they come out in the United States, because at 7,800 yen MSRP plus the middleman markup, guys, it's going to be $100. You have to buy these. If you want these kits bad enough to pay the price they're asking for them, you're going to have to suck it up and buy internationally. Maybe eBay on the outside chance that they're, relatively cheap. They'll probably be more than either of the other 2 options. And I guess that takes us into the domestic releases for this week. There are 2 left from April, and that is the 1953 Corvette being reissued once again through round 2 in AMT boxing. They're going to have expanded decal sheet. You can pick this kit out, ironically, from the originals, because the box art that was shown on round 2 was the original box art, and kind of made it kind of interesting to try to find to see if the kit had been issued on eBay, because there's a whole plethora of the original box art kits that went up for sale for next to nothing, I think because people saw that and started selling them. But at least the one that they're showing on Tower Hobbies, which is the place that I know has it in stock right now, it is a box art for Top Gear USA, claiming the 53 Corvette was in Season 2, Episode 2, and has a giant picture of the Stig on the front and a giant BBC logo. Now, of course, this is Top Gear USA. It'd be ironic if it was Top Gear, Britain, because that show sort of doesn't exist right now. But if that's the real box art, that's a real big departure. Unless they're using some box art that, I don't know. I have not seen the kit in the wild to know which box art, if either, is being used, but that's certainly a interesting thing. I wonder how much other old tooling AMT has lying around to justify a Top Gear USA series of kits. The other kit that came out this week is the Mobius 1954 Hudson Hornet Coupe. So this, I only saw one place on eBay that has it for sale. Tower Hobbies has it in limited stock, but it is out there, and it'll be who knows, a couple 3 weeks maybe before it filters down to all the hobby shops, because it has to go through all the distribution channels. But that kit is out there. Box art is a picture of the car with a giant moon in the background and two guys, a guy and a girl, looking like they're getting ready to go out for the evening. That kit is a new body, new chrome, I believe new wheels, all the parts that go to the body, glass and all that sort of stuff. And then, of course, it'll have the dirty parts, the mechanicals, and portions. I think there might be some new interior pieces in there, too. I didn't really get a chance to look at one to see how the interior breaks down. But the majority of the dirty parts, all the internals, all the mechanicals, will be a carryover from the 52-53 Hudsons, as Hudson was going out of business and being absorbed by Nash Kelvinator right after this car was made. So they had the opportunity to sort of change the body style a little bit, but the mechanicals they did nothing to any of the engine or transmission or suspension, because there just wasn't any money to do anything with. There will be a second version of the 54 Hudson called the Hudson Hornet Special. This is going to be done as a drag car. Tower Hobby says June. The people at Mobius have said later in the fall, so I'm going to stick with that. Also, the Fords, the 69 Ford short bed from that Mobius is doing in concert with Model King, and the 71 long bed are currently, I believe, on the water, because they've been in production. They're on the water now, and they're supposed to be in hobby shops by the end of May, very beginning of June. So if you've been waiting on those 4 pickup trucks, the Model King one, you'll have to get through a hobby shop, through the Model King website directly, something like that, because it is not a Mobius kit. It is one that Dave Burkett is doing, so you'll have to search that out a little bit. The price will probably be about $4 or $5 higher, as all the rest of his kits, branded kits tend to be. The 71 is a Mobius kit. It'll just be, carried everywhere that Mobius kits are carried. And, getting that will just be a matter of getting your hobby shop to carry it. One other update, because we're going to cover the import stuff, and we'll flip the other camera so that we can get the box art stuff up, is the Lotus Europa Special that Fujimi is doing has been pushed back to May 22nd. So some production delays there, I guess, and as I said, it's been pushed back to May. So let's take a look at what we have on the import side of things. All right, guys, so we've got 2 quote-unquote new kits from Fujimi, and then 3 quote-unquote new kits from Aoshima, as well as some reissues from Aoshima. And this actually, guys, will finish up the month of April as far as releases go, because the only thing that's outstanding at this point is the Lotus Europa, and like I just said instant ago, that has been delayed until May. So the new kits from Fujimi are these reissues of these of 2 kits here underneath their Tojip box art, the Mountain Pass series. They are, I'm calling them reissue. I mean, they're brand new kits in the sense that they're new stock numbers and things like that. But I'm calling them reissues because they have been in the Tojip box art series in prior incarnations. So first up, you've got this GX71 Toyota Cresta GT Twin Turbo. You may recognize this as being pretty much the same kit that they do in the Inch Up series, and for all intents and purposes, it is the exact same kit. Keep in mind, this when they do this version of it and not the high mecha version, not the one with the engine included, this gets a really, really crappy, I can't issue how many times, crappy motorized chassis, really everything engraved into the bottom, really chunky, awful looking with battery box and things like that. You're building the interior off of the floor pan of the chassis and things like that. The only thing you're going to get with this kit that you would not get with, just the twin turbo one with the engine kit are the, what are we calling these wheels here? They are the Longchamp XR4 wheels that are in this kit, as well as the little external stickers for the Toge things. Toge will all come with like Abbey Road and Endless and all these little tuner house things. This kit does also come with window masks. So I mean, really, I don't think the window masks really make this purchase worth it. If you want to make this Toyota Cresta that's on this screen, buy any other Toge kit, because they'll come with all the same decals more or less, and you can obviously never use all of the decals that they're going to give you on one car without making it look something like a Japanese NASCAR race. Get the quote-unquote high mecha version, because that was the kit's original name. Get the GX71 Toyota Cresta Twin Turbo kit with engine. It's a white car and a blue background. And then either through Fujimi or the upcoming set through Aoshima in May, there are going to be a set of 14-inch Longchamp wheels. The Fujimi set is available. You can order it through Hobby Search. It's in stock last time I looked. I believe you can, if it's not in stock at Hobbylink Japan, you can certainly back order because it is a current item. The ones that Aoshima is doing are coming out sometime in May. Get those wheels for the kit and put them on there, because that is legitimately the only difference between this kit and the one with the engine, other than when the kit has no engine, like this Toge version, it then has a really, really cheap and crappy motorized chassis. Excuse me. To me, saving the $2 between the two kit price costs and then adding $6 for a set of wheels, I mean, really, just buy the set of wheels. I don't want to destroy Fujimi's sales here, but I can't, for anybody who bought one with the engine and then thinks they're going to get this one because of the different wheels, are going to be very disappointed. That's all. And then the other reissue is the, I guess this would be a 96 Honda Civic Sear 2. They're calling it the Miracle Civic because I believe the tuning house involved. This is a straight reissue of the Sear 2 kit, no matter which way you get it. I think maybe there was one done, I believe, as the Endless series that had a different set of wheels, or at least the wheels were painted or they weren't plated. The kit is molded in red like the box art shows. Be interesting to see if they reissue that Subaru or that WRX that's in the back there, because that was also part of the Toge series, and I don't think it's been reissued lately. It's something that you could buy without too much trouble, but it hasn't been, in this series as of late. Otherwise, it's your basic Civic curbside. If you have any of the curbside Civics from Fujimi, this one also does come with window masks. That is the addition, that little bubble down there, the little yellow bubble in the bottom left. So if usually when these kits get reissued, a whole bunch of the original ones come out of the woodwork. So if you're trying to get one through eBay or something like that, keep in mind, if you want the window mask, you want the one down there with the little bubble, the little yellow bubble saying, in Japanese, saying with window masks. This kit does come with left-hand drive, although it is a European left-hand drive. This actually comes with European number plates and European, the license plate blanks. Kind of interesting there. It's probably one of the first Fujimi kits I've seen for a while that has European license plates. But, otherwise, it's pretty much just a factory stock Honda Civic with a bunch of tuner decals. There's no optional wheels or anything else like that. And that takes us over to Aoshima, who has their 3 quote-unquote new kits. 2 of them are really quote-unquote new. And they are these pair of 2014 Nissan GTR Pure Editions. These are pre-painted kits. If you're not following along with us a lot, Aoshima pre-painted kits are pre-painted, period. Tops, bottoms, and insides. Interiors painted, chassis painted, bodies painted, everything's painted. It is not like the pre-painted kits that Revell has done, where they paint the body and then you're on your own for everything else. So there's the 2000. Like I said, these are 2014. These are brand new kits in that sense that they have the 2014 headlights and other bits and pieces that they did to update the kit right before Christmas. So you have Brilliant White Pearl and Dark Metal Gray being your choices on that. Both of these kits, like I said, are out, and they carry about a $4 or $5 premium over the regular Pure Edition 2014 kit. Keep in mind, both these pre-painted kits are right-hand drive JDM only kits. If you want the left-hand drive kit, you're gonna have to wait until June or so when the North American version comes out. And then the one kit that actually is probably at least one-third newer than the rest of everything else would, of course, be the new Lamborghini Aventador LP720-450. It looks like 50 degrees. That's how I would read that, right? 50 degrees Anniversario, but it's 50th Anniversario. I guess it's an Italian metric thing, I guess. Not something that we here in the United States get. Now, if you do buy this kit in the United States or anywhere outside of Japan, the box art will be slightly different. They did a overseas box art for this and a domestic box art. This is the domestic box art. This is the box art you will receive if you order it through Hobby Search or HobbyLink Japan. There are, like I said, about a third of this kit is new. It has, of course, the new front splitter area, the new front intakes. The wheels themselves are not new. They are the ones that came with the Aventador Roadster. And then you have new seats, a new headliner, a new package shelf area, new door, as Elliot likes to call them, door cards, new door panels, and things like that, because the 50th Anniversario has this sort of quilted stitch to the leather. The rear splitter is new. The rear brake cooling vents are new. All of the things that on this kit that would have in the past on the original Aventador been a clear plastic part with a decal, or that was later then done as engraved mesh on the Roadster, are open this time, and there is photo etch included in the kit to do all of the vents and openings on this. So there's a little bit of, this kit does cost a couple of dollars more than either one of the other Aventadors, because you are getting a small sheet of photo etch with all of the vent openings and things like that included. They've done some work to improve the way the doors open and close, and I believe that's it as far as new parts go. There's a whole new chassis pan itself to accept the new front and rear diffusers. However, the suspension parts and anything like that are the same. And then I guess that takes us to our Aoshima reissues this month, and they are the Toyota Hiace Super GL 2010. I like to call this catalog model. This is as boring a Hiace as you could possibly buy. is what that means. Back door on this does open. It's just I don't know, these factory stock Hiaces amuse me, because it's just one of those kits that here in the United States we would never ever see. No one is ever going to make a baseline box stock Chevy Express or Ford Transit or I don't even know what the heck that Fiat Dodge thing is called, the Utilimaster, ProMaster, whatever it's called. But nobody would have done the van thing here in the United States sort of existed in the 70s with the shaggin' wagons and all that stuff. But, once the late 70s petered out, I don't think there's been a van kit made since then. The vans have been reissued recently via Round 2 and a little bit of nostalgia, but nobody's making a current van by any stretch of imagination. I think the closest thing you get to a current van is somebody did a resin cast of a die-cast Ford Ecoline. Also, the 2010 Super GL boxy style Hiace, boxy style being the tuner house here, VIP American, always hilarious because of course you can't buy a Hiace in the United States. There's some very minor details here, like the front air dam is a little different, and then obviously it has big wheels, and I believe there's a little ducktail spoiler in the back there. But, and sort of integrated European-style mirrors, but not a whole heck of a lot difference there. And then two reissues from, actually, these were on the list. I've got to flip back this many pages here. I don't know if you guys can hear the pages flipping, but these were supposed to come out in November. I have a picture of one. I don't have a picture of the other one. But from November, this is the Silk Blaze Toyota Alphard MSAS. This, of course, another quote-unquote VIP American-style van. Of course, you couldn't buy the Alphard in the United States either. Compared to a regular Alphard, which I actually have one of, you got a custom grill here. You got some custom big lower body kit and front air dam and all sorts of stuff like that. The other one that came out this week, there's a reissue, is from the fabulous tuning house, the 2007 Hi-Ace Super GL. So picture the Hi-Aces we were just looking at, only done by, only in sort of a black car with big wheels and stuff like that. That's the 2007 Hi-Ace, again, another one of the VIP American tuner style vans, and that is also a November reissue that is just now coming out in May. So a 6-month delay to get those kits to you. So I guess better late than never if you're into that sort of thing. But other than that, it sort of is what it is. And so that wraps it up for this week. We'll see when this gets uploaded. Like I said at the very beginning, the Wi-Fi here is not cooperating, so I'll have to try to find some place where I can hook to the internet and get this video up to YouTube. But hopefully there's not too much disruption, and we're sort of following our regular schedule. Like I said, we'll play this as it goes along, and hopefully it won't be too much disruption. So anyway, guys, we'll see you on the other side.